everyone. Welcome to the Portfolio. Last year, Korean singer Psy captivated the world with his hilarious music video, Gangnam Style. Every award ceremony and music program and awards show celebrated him as a Korean phenomenon.
But even before Psy, there was a young Korean American who appeared on American Idol and captured the hearts of Americans with his charming voice and quirky sense of humor.
He's super busy preparing for his first debut single, but fortunately, I was able to catch up with him when he visited his home in Flushing last November.
His American name is Dante, but he prefers to be called by his Korean name. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Mr. Heejun Han.
Does an angel contemplate my fate? So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running through my head, and I feel the love is stay. I'm loving angels instead. Through it all, she offers me protection, light of love and affection, whether I'm right or
Hi, Heejun.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Thank
Good.
you. Thank you for coming over to my house.
Oh, well, we're thrilled you can be part of the Portfolio.
I am.
You just flew from Korea, I
Yes,
understand.
I did.
You're suffering from jet lag.
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Well, we'll wake you up in this interview. Let's get started. All right, with our questions. You were born in 1989, and you moved to America when you were 12 years old. Is that correct?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to overcome the language barrier?
I learned how to English by listening to a lot of radio. When I didn't have any friends because I didn't speak any English, I came home and then I locked my door with my brother and just laying in bed and then listening to radio all day long. And it was, back then it was like all the R&B guys like Boyz II Men, Luther Vandross, Donny Hathaway. So I guess that's how I learned how to sing naturally too. So I learned how to speak English by listening to a lot of melodies and a lot of R&B soul singers. So that connects the dots. Now I see it. So.
Oh, great. Sure, sure. Your environment has a lot to do
Yeah,
with
yeah.
how you are today. So when you went to Korea to explore this industry and see what the possibilities were for you, how long were you there?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so
About
you
2
really
years.
did give it
Yeah.
a chance.
I
yeah.
did give it a try.
Okay, I see. And then you came back to New York? I see. And what did you do here in New York?
I just, when my 2 years of my life, my time didn't work out for me, I realized or I decided not to do music or not to do any kind of entertainment. And I started regretting the fact that I didn't go to college. I started regretting the path that I took. So I ended up just not doing anything and staying at home and just laying in bed forever. And that's when I decided to go to MilAl, the organization with people with disability, thinking I should do something about my life. And then I went there, and they literally took me by the hand and made me a different person.
저에게 있어서 미라는 굉장히 큰 영향이었어요. 제가 한국에서 2년 동안 일을 하고 마지막 1년 동안 큰 우울증을 앓았어요. 미국으로 다시 돌아왔을 때 저를 반기고 있었던 건 아무것도 없었거든요, 사실. 그 큰 우울증을 극복할 수 있게 도와줬던 게 미랄이었던 것 같아요. 미랄에 있는 친구들이랑 같이 시간을 보내고 그렇게 시간을 보내면서 내가 모든 걸 포기하기에는 그들보다 너무 많은 것을 가지고 있고 그래서 지금은 정상적으로 생활도 하고 또 포기했던 꿈을 이 친구들을 위해서 다시 한번 할 수 있는 계기가 됐어요.
I've done it since I was in high school. So about 10 years ago, I first came. I was away for college, but after I graduated and I started working in New York again, I came back.
I mean, at first I came just for school, but I don't know. Coming back here, it's like all the kids are so happy all the time, and it's just really fun to get to know them.
They have so much love inside of them, and I feel like I get a lot more than I give here. That's why I really like to volunteer.
I don't know, for me, I've been here for so long that these friends are, I think, more than friends for me. They're like family. They're like seeing my siblings.
Best part is definitely getting to know our friends. That's the only reason why we came back. Just building relationship with all the friends and learning about their personalities and just sharing stories.
저희 뉴욕 미랄 장애인 선교단은 1993년에 시작해서 내년이면 20년이네요. 장애인에 대한 인식이 처음에 저희가 시작할 때는 거의 인식이 별로 개선이 안 됐었어요. 그래서 교회나 우리 지역사회, 하인 지역사회에 장애인을 좀 바로 알리자. 저희가 발달장애인들은 한 60명에서 한 70명 정도 되고 있습니다. 처음에는 그러니까 장애인 친구들도 이 적응이 굉장히 힘들어요. 그 낯을 굉장히 많이 가리고. 근데 이제 20년이 다 지나 보니까 아까 우리 청소년 그 반들은 정말 제가 어렸을 때부터 그렇게 그러니까 5살 때부터 왔으니까 지금은 뭐 20살 많게는 30살 그 클래스가 유스그룹 클래스가 그래서 처음에 와서는 이제 이렇게 조금 수줍어하고 적응도 잘 안 되고 했는데 지금은 뭐 사람들 오면 너무 적응도 잘하고 그런 거에 대해서 굉장히 보람을 많이 느끼고. 특히 사회성 결함이 굉장히 가장 큰 문제인데 저희가 또 미랄이 할 수 있는 것은 학교 교육이 아니기 때문에 우리 장애인 친구들에게 사회에 어떻게 적응을 잘 하느냐 그런데 이제 초점을 맞춰서 우리 발란티어 선생님들하고 이제 1대1로 하면서 굉장히 이렇게 좋아지는 거죠. 인간관계가 그리고 사회성이 굉장히 많이 발달하는 거죠.
아빠 싸요 잘해요. 엄마 나를 위해서 고맙습니다.
Rina, Sona, Jenny, Hannah, Esther, volunteer.
알렉스가 제일 좋아하는 발렌티어?
아니에요, Esther.
Today we're making trees, so we're making the tree trunks and the branches out of paper bags, and then we're using construction paper and streamers to decorate. So went over the 4 seasons, so they're making summer trees right now.
When we're making food, we're thinking.
So a lot of people in the community don't know that there's these types of programs, and because I think MilAl, slowly all the friends are growing and they're aging, and we're hoping that one day we'll have some kind of facility that will help them be alone in the world and be able to have jobs, be able to survive without always having somebody with them. But I think right now we just want more people to know about MilAl, to know that you can build great friendships and relationships with people here.
Gym or PE, physical education. In the beginning, I just try to warm up their bodies, so like stretching and stuff, so they don't get hurt. Their body's very sensitive and stuff, and I try to get them active together, like try to interact with each other, and later I try to do something what just other people would do, like normally like basketball or soccer.
And we're not here just to help them. We're here to, play with them and be their friends. So I think that's the best part.
For me, as much as I think I try to do for our friends here, they do for me in return. I feel refreshed if there are Saturdays when we don't have the program for whatever reason, I feel even more tired, even though I'm not working.
I think it's all about having a foundation of your life. For me, foundation is my family, God, and kids and MilAl.
They get very attached to people they know for a long time, and it's sort of hard for them to remember new people's names and faces. So after I've been with them for a long time, when they come up to me first and they're like, "Hi, Wonyoung," like, I just get such a happy feeling because they actually remember me.
다들 ENT예요. 저 여기가 미술실이에요? 아니에요. 음악실이에요.
과학실은요?
과학실은요? 음악실.
음악실.
가방 안에
한 3년 전에 미국에 왔어요. 그때는 장애 있는 사람들은 한국보다는 미국이 더 좋다고 막연하게 생각을 했었어요. 일단 현지가 장애가 있다고 처음에 태어났을 때 해서 저희 아이들이 이제 공부를 하는데 미국이 도움이 될 것 같아서 이제 오게 됐습니다. 아이가 장애가 있다고 그 다음날 알았거든요. 그래서 처음에는 물론 많이 힘들었었어요. 그냥 약간 감당할 수 없는 부분이었기 때문에, 그리고 또 굉장히 그것이 무서웠고 나와는 전혀 다른 아이라고 생각을 했고, 또 이제 한편으로는 오빠들의 그 길에 장애 있는 아이가 이제 엄마의 좀 이기적인 생각에 좀 폐가 되지 않을까 이런 이제 걱정 때문에 이 짐을 지고 싶지 않다고 많이 하나님한테 원망도 많이 했고 울기도 많이 했었죠. 처음에 저를 잡아준 거는 아빠였었어요. 남편이 이제 뭐 책을 많이 구해서 자기도 보면서 또 나도 이제 그 책을 이제 보라고 갖다 주기도 하고, 한국에는 다운복지관이라고 다운 아이들을 위한 그 복지관이 이렇게 따로 되어 있어요. 그 다운복지관을 알아왔더라고요, 정보를. 제가 거기서 이제 한 발 한 발 일어서기 시작했었죠. 현지를 3개월 때부터 제가 특수교육을 시켰어요. 저희가 처음에는 수원에 살았었는데 서울까지 이제 그 교육받으러 현지를 이제 안고 업고 이렇게 이제 버스 타고 다니면서 거기서 이제 선생님들하고 다른 또 다운 엄마들하고 이렇게 마음을 이렇게 나누면서 제가 일어서기 시작했죠.
새 달아?
새 타려?
응. 이거.
새 달려? 현지로 인해서 이제 나누는 거를 좀 배웠어요. 현지가 나로 또 우리 가족을 변화시키게 조금 만들었죠.
이렇게 많이 컸어.
에이, 거짓말. 근데 왜 벌었어?
여기 오면 다 버렸지. 다 다른 애기들 다 줬지. 여기 와서는 제가 어서 정보를 구할 수가 없고 미국의 시스템을 제가 전혀 모르기 때문에 어디서부터 접근을 해야 되는지 참 많이 그게 힘들었었어요. 크고 작은 고민이 있을 때마다 제가 손길을 내밀 수 있는 곳은 미랄밖에 없거든요. 현지가 이제 74 중학교에 다니는데 거기에 이제 그 탤런트 쇼 할 때 엄마 아빠들 일반 아이들이 다 오거든요. 근데 작년에도 보니까 장애 있는 아이는 현지 혼자서 나갔어요. 근데도 무대에서 제가 눈물이 이렇게 울컥할 정도로 너무 의젓하게 잘하더라고요.
현지에게 현지야, 너는 내가 얼어들 더니 물지.
오빠는 여동생이 생겨 마냥 좋았단다. 그런데 내가 다음 중국은이라는 것을 알고 참 슬펐단다. 넌 할 수 있을 거야.
그럼
아니, 할 수 있다고 믿어. 네가 보통 사람들과 차별 없이 살 수 있도록 오빠들은 노력할게. 현지야, 건강하게 성장해줘. 2001년 10월 8일 너의 오빠가.
I was uncomfortable, and I think in a way I never thought about it. I just avoided. But when I actually came here, I was confronted, and I had to. And that's when I realized, like, everything. Yeah, that's when my preconceptions were broken, and that they are actually more genuine and more loving than we are, than I am. And yeah, I think that was really encouraging and eye-opening for me.
지금까지도 미랄 굉장히 많이 도와주셨죠. 그렇지만 좀 더 관심을 갖고 우리 장애인 친구들이 좀 더 사회에 잘 적응할 수 있도록 자주 오셔서 이렇게 얘기도 하고 또 프로그램도 좀 참여도 해주시고 봉사도 하시면 한인 사회가 좀 장애인들과 더불어 사는 아름다운 세상이 되지 않을까 그렇게 생각합니다.
As you saw, MilAl has been working hard to spread joy to the disabled and to provide a warm and nurturing environment for many. Their work has been made possible by generous contributions and dedicated volunteers, and they still need your help.
We hope that the story of Heejun and MilAl will inspire you to go out into your community and help those in need.
There are many people in this world who are not considered famous or successful, or are at the beginning of a great journey with many successes that are to come. And yet they are trying to overcome some sort of difficulty with the greatest courage and tenacity. We learn so much just by looking into their lives. Today, I met a lovely young woman who has been deprived of her eyesight. And while she can't see this world, she feels it. We are delighted to share her story with you today. Her name is Juhyeon Han.
Hi, my name is Juhyeon Han. I was born in Korea. My blindness was due to a medical accident when I was a baby. I don't think I knew that I was different when I was a small child. I think the realization came very gradually. I guess it came with going to the school for the blind and learning Braille. When my brother was not learning Braille, then I finally really realized that I was blind. But it wasn't something that disturbed me, because I really felt that I could do everything he could do. And I still feel that blindness is an inconvenience, but it doesn't stop me doing things that I want to do.
MBC 창작동요제에서 하면서 노래 부르는 거를 좋아했지만 그게 계기가 되긴 한 것 같아요. 그래서 상 받는
그 무슨 상 받았죠?
은상 받았어요. 은상 인기상.
그때 어떠셨어요, 기분이?
진짜 좋았죠. 저희는 금상 받을 줄 알았는데.
When my parents decided to send me to New Zealand, I understood their reasons. In Korea at that time, it would have been very difficult for me to get a high school education and a university education. And my parents had always valued education, and even At that age, I understood that this was a very good opportunity for me to make something of myself and do something with my life and find something that I was passionate about and work at that.
Most 16-year-olds aren't in the least bit concerned with things like careers, success and fame, but for one Rangitoto College student, that's the only thing on her mind. Her name is Juhyeon. She hails from Korea and she's a very special success story for more than one reason.
Music is my life, actually. I go home and I play music and I listen to it. Music is my hobby and it's going to be my career. It's everything.
Her voice captivates audiences that to her look like this.
It doesn't matter to me. I can feel them. I know they're watching me. And as long as you're aware that as a blind person, I think you're fine.
At the tender age of 16, she knows exactly what she wants, and she set the ball rolling when she was just 12 by leaving Korea for New Zealand.
I wanted to be mainstream at just a public school, not a special school for the blind, and that's what happens here.
In New Zealand, I found that I could try everything because there was no limit. So they took me kayaking and the teachers would kayak around me so I wouldn't go kayaking down the stream and get carried away. If I wanted to go horse riding, they would find someone who could lead the horse. Whatever I wanted to do, they made it happen. When I was 13, I moved in with my New Zealand family and they took me in, treated me as their daughter from the beginning, and they have done as much for me as my Korean parents have done, and they have made as many sacrifices as my Korean parents have done. Well, I read a book called The Inner Voice by Renee Fleming, and in that book she had talked about one of her teachers, Patricia Mislin. I researched teachers and her name happened to come up at the New England Conservatory website. So I applied to New England Conservatory, so I was accepted and she took me on. I had 3 years in New England Conservatory, 2 years getting my master's in vocal performance and an extra year to get my master's in vocal pedagogy. After my vocal pedagogy degree, my teacher Pat said to me, you need to come to Manhattan School. I really enjoyed working with Dr. Kenneth Cooper at Manhattan School of Music. It was a lot of fun doing Baroque music with him. Working with a conductor who is so musical is just so inspiring. A good thing about being in New York is that biggest auditions happen in New York. So I applied to the Ravinia Festival and to my great surprise I got in. So I graduated last May and then I was at the Ravinia Festival for 3 weeks in July and August. And after that I've just been applying to competitions and I just sat my doctoral entrance exams for the doctoral program at Manhattan School of Music. Well, life in New York is so fast-paced and I don't feel that people look out for each other, so it can get very lonely. After 1 year of it, I really felt that something had to change or I could get very depressed. So last September, I went and adopted my cat Emma from this great organization called Kitty Kind. And they were very good at matching me with the right cat. And Emma is my pride and joy. She has brought so much love into my life. I want to teach voice to anybody who has a passion in music. I'm also interested in working with special needs students, so underprivileged children or young adults or students with disabilities.